How are you doing? I'm John with Marvelous Comics, and this is our final order cutoff for tomorrow, May 7th. All right, so we're just going to jump right into it and try to go through these as quickly as possible because I like to keep these semi-short, 20 to 30 minutes, so that you guys can get on with doing your other things. So we've got closet number 1. Now this one is listed as a future key, so you might want to take a risk on it and check it out. It's basically a family is moving across the country, but the kid keeps seeing monsters in the closets, and it's might be a pretty good story. So, and also you got to look at a lot of the things that have been picked up for TV and stuff. They're all comic book. So, King Kong of the Skies, good morning. Glad to see you, Kong. Just started. Just going to go through what looks good for this week. All right. And let's see. We've got Firepower coming up. Not too many people do that one. Little Monsters number 4. There are definitely some of you that have been doing Little Monsters. And you're going to want to get that one if you're on that title. Loaded Bible. A couple of you on that one. It's a little over halfway done. Phalanx. That one is listed as a homage back to Image's first start. So it's a one-shot back to when Image first started out. So Image is just now hitting their 30-year, I believe. Let's see. We've got Spawn Scorched. Plenty of you on Spawn. It's actually one of the... Well, it's still one of the least expensive titles. It's definitely well... secured, and they all seem to go up. So Spawn is not a bad title on any of them. So, and then you've got the McFarlane Spawn. His are always pretty good. Looks like a Doctor Doom homage on Scorched. And then we've got the black sketch cover for Scorched. One or two of you on Walking Dead, going back through Walking Dead again. It was a great series. I read it up to 100 and then had to stop that one once Negan came in. What's the Furthest Place from Here? It is on issue number 6 there for the ones of you that are doing What's the Furthest Place from Here. On Dark Horse, let's see, what have we got? Cyberpunk, Daisy hardcover, Stranger Things, and we're through Dark Horse. All right, let's take a look at IDW. Now, IDW, from what I've heard, is either getting absorbed by other companies or their titles are being moved to other companies. I'm not exactly sure where all that's going with IDW. But we'll see what happens with them. We'll see if Marvel just absorbs them back. We've got G.I. Joe number 295 and Saturday Morning Adventures, which I enjoyed this one because this was just like the cartoon back from the 80s. You'd run home from school and you'd watch your Key 4, your G.I. Joe, your Thundercats, your Transformers, and your He-Man. And G.I. Joe was one of them. A lot of kids joined the military, I think, because of G.I. Joe. And let's see. Kill Lock, Star Trek, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Armageddon, Game Opening Moves number 1, and Best of TMNT Collection, trade paperback. TMNT 130. And then there's the Eastman cover of 130. If I'm remembering right, 130 is a first appearance, but I can't remember. Oh, I see. These are in shop June 15th. Let me check real quick, and I will tell you. Because I don't want you to miss something that you're not going to want to miss. Let's see. June 15th. Maybe not on that one. I thought that was a... Man, I'd hate to tell you that it's not, and it is. I thought that was the first appearance of another team. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking in the wrong spot. In shops, June 15th. I didn't see it there. Oh, well. Maybe it's not. I thought that was a first appearance of something. All right. DC. Action Comics, Aquaman. What titles are people getting? Batman Beyond White Knight Showcase. Cover's not out yet, but let's see where we at. Justice League Road to Dark Crisis one shot. Nice House on the Lake number 9. If you're following Nice House on the Lake, you're going to want to pick that one up. Shadow War Omega one shot. Is that probably the John Boy Myers? Yep, John Boy Myers cover. That one looks pretty sweet. Down into Marvel, we have... Let me check on these. There was a couple on the Marvel that I definitely want you guys to remember on. But I have to remember them as well. So we've got Black Panther number 5, second print. All right, you've got Ghost Rider number 1 going to third print. And usually the further print runs, they do get less and less. And Ghost Rider number 2 going to second print. Jane Foster, Mighty Thor number 1. And let's see, there's another cover from Jane Foster. That's the Carnero cover. Momoko has hers. You either really like Momoko or you really don't. It took me a while to get to like it, but she's got certain covers that are really good. That one is actually really good. I like that one. Legion of X, number 2. Marauders. Savage Avengers. I think I saw this one. Very well could have just been for the artist. That's a Jenny Frison cover. And I keep going back to the same week. So it's not on that list. Savage Avengers number 2, but that one is the Frison. It is pretty nice looking. Let's see. Spider-Gwen, Gwenverse number 2, second print. Star Wars 24. Action figure variant. There is a Luke in indoor battle gear. And let's see. Thor 26. And let's see. And the connecting cover of Thor 26. So if you're a connecting cover person, grab a Thor. And let's see. Let me get back to where I need to be here. Jet lagged in the West Coast. You have a box. It's either out to you already or on its way, Kong. So I think it should probably be there by now. Let's see. In Dynamite, we've got Barbarella. A couple of you actually are doing Barbarella. So pick which ones you want there. Let's see. We've got The Boys number 7. We've got a blue blank and a red blank and a white blank. Dynamite Never Dies. It's the Perillo of Dynamite Never Dies. And usually they have a lot more of their covers out because, well, that's what sells their covers. So when they're not out by FOC, they should be out by the end tonight. And so just be sure to go back and double check if you're looking for those. Project Superpowers. Red Sitha, Red Sonja, Red Sitha. Vampirella 50th Anniversary Art Book. Vampirella Dracula Unholy number 6. And let's go to Boom. Grimm number 1, second print. Let's see. Some of you are doing Magic the Gathering. So there's your next one in that line. I still have some number 1s of the hidden covers. So if any of you are interested in those, still got a stack of those. Just where I had extras. Not that wasn't any good. I have some left over. Once and Future number 26. There's a couple of you on that one. And Vampire Slayer, second print. And let's see on everything else that's out there. Astronaut Down. That's another one that I know was on the key for the week. Mainly because I think it's going to be a really good story and has a good possibility to get picked up by something. So Astronaut Down could very well be a good one to pick up. Let's see. We've got some of these. The number 1 still haven't come out yet. Blind Alley number 2. Cowboy Bebop Virgin Pack, if you liked that one. Dark Beach number 3. Endangered number 1. Survival of our species rests with a group of scientists aboard a low orbiting space station. Their solution of stabilizing the uninhabitable home has unknowingly facilitated the evolution of insects that survive the fallout. Oh, that might actually be pretty good. That sounds pretty interesting. So, Endangered number 1. That I always look at a book and see, can this transcribe over to film or a series, and that one actually very much sounds like it can. I'd hate to see it as like claymation kind of stuff from the 50s, but yeah, could be done. Big. Let's see, Grim Spotlight, Heavy Metal Drummer, number 5. Oh, that's a cool one of number 5. Heavy Metal Drummer, number 5. These are a little bit different sized than a regular comic. They're not strictly comic size, so they're a little bit different. But it's not like super weird. It's they're good. They're pretty good art. Horror comics, Hotel, trade paperback. What else we got? Lion and Eagle, number 4. There are some of you that have been doing that series. So there is part 4 of Lion and Eagle. These are definitely bigger than normal. They are more like magazine size or your old graphic novel kind of size. They're a good size book. Let's see. New Men, number 4. New Think, number 1. All right. Black Mirror style, so that's not bad. Anthology examines the rapid proliferation of technology. I remember this one. I remember reading about this one. The cultural and political and okay, so New Think, number 1. And each tale is kind of its own little standalone. Might want to take a chance on at least the first and the second one. Quest Aside was a key for the last week. Basically, it's a Dungeons and Dragons style bar, and the adventures that take place out of the bar. So, to keep it from shutting down. So, Quest Aside, it looked pretty interesting. It had some pretty cool covers to it. So, Rick and Morty Infinity Hour, number 3. Let's see where else we're at here. Tales of Terror. And Wannabes. I don't know anything about that one. And from Scoot Comics, Jordan and Walt love comics, especially those that follow the adventures of the famous real-life superheroes. Jordan idolizes the high ideals and selflessness of the more noble heroes, but Walt prefers the street-level vigilantes who punish the bad guys with crippling force. When the 15-year-olds decide to don ski masks and patrol their neighborhoods to become heroes themselves, they're easily beaten by a mugger and narrowly escape becoming stabbing victims themselves. Undeterred, they try again, but this time there are guns, and this time there are radioactive canisters, and this time... All right. So, Wannabes. Might be funny. So, see how it goes. Let's see, full-size books. Magazines, we've got Star Wars Insider 211. So we've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi, and that's the Obi-Wan Kenobi Virgin cover. That series is about to start. Should be pretty good. And see, we got some apparel we can get here. We got the Funko Joker. And Boba Fett. Toys and statues. And let's see. Oh, I used to have Junkyard and Mutt. Roadblock. And then there's probably going to be a whole lot of things you can look at through here. So take your time. Look at them, collectibles. If it's super expensive, hit me up ahead of time, or I'll hit you up when I go to order it. So that's the list for the week. So keys that I would say is closet. Make sure you grab closet. And let's see. You can never go wrong with scorched. And I'm still thinking there's something with TMNT 130 that I'm just not remembering. But there is something there. And I'm just not remembering what it is. Nice House on the Lake, number 9. Down in Marvel, Ghost Rider 1, third print. Probably go with Jane Foster Thor, number 1. I'm sure there was something on this Frizen cover, mainly just because it was a Jenny Frizen cover and it's a really good one. And Thor 26. I'm thinking there was something with Thor 26, but I can't remember offhand. There's a lot of stuff to try to remember. So, and I'm getting older. Let's see. Down in Dynamite and over to Boom. Grimm number 1, second print. So Grimm, I think is going to be a pretty good title. So you might want to grab the second print of that one. Vampire Slayer number 1, second print. It is Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but it's not Buffy anymore. It's another one. Do t-shirts have discount? They can. It all depends on what my cost is versus what the retail price is, and then I can work with you on those if you're wanting a t-shirt. So, yeah, they'll have a discount to them. I just don't know if it's going to be 25%. It's going to be whatever my cost is versus that cost, and then meet you in the middle. So, but yeah, that Joker Funko one was pretty cool, and so was the Mandalorian. I would take a chance on Endangered. I think that looks like a pretty cool title. It's 2 different copies, or is that a? Oh, that's the 5 copy. So there's the 1 in 5 Transformers homage. But yeah, I think Endangered looks pretty good. I would take a chance on that one. If you were doing Heavy Metal Drummer or you like the black lights, I would do that one or the Ultraviolets, whichever you want to call them. They were black light covers or black lights when I was young. So I still remember like the felt posters of black lights, and those were really cool to see. But black light was really bad for people. So true black light is not around anymore. Lion and Eagle, for those of you that are doing Lion and Eagle, I would take a chance on New Think, either the Raza or the Diodato. Quest aside, either if you have number 1 and you want to continue with number 2, make sure you grab it. And I would probably, I'm going to try Wannabes. I think it looks funny enough. I think I'll probably grab it. So that was fairly quick. We're about 24 minutes in. So that's what I've got for this week. As always, if you need me, hit me up on Instagram. Be glad to talk to you. I am right there, Marvelous Comics 73. Be glad to talk to you anytime I can, help you out any way I can. If you're interested in pre-ordering with us, hit me up. Everything except DC is 25% off on pre-orders. DC is 10% until I can get my DC orders up higher. So then once I get up to a certain amount with DC, then I'll be able to do the higher discount. But it's just that building with DC to get it up there. There's not a whole lot of interest in it, and I don't have enough people right now that are grabbing DC. So if you're a big DC person, you can help us out a lot. So that's what I've got for this week. Hope you found it interesting. If you did, let me know down below. Otherwise, don't say anything. I'm just kidding. And hit me up. Be glad to talk to you all anytime I can. Thank you very much for joining us. And these orders are due midnight tomorrow, May 7th. Of course, I always give you the notification on IG before I finalize, and that's usually not till Sunday afternoon. But don't tell anybody that. It helps if everything's done by Saturday night and nobody's clicking on anything Monday. So once I finish it, I finish it. So that'll be on Sunday. Make sure you get your stuff in or hit me up. Let me know after the fact that you added something. So, all right. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. God bless.